He can sound like a bee, Mr. Brown can buzz. How about you? Can you go buzz buzz? He can sound like a cork, pop 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 pop. He can sound like horse feet, clop clop clop. He can sound like a rooster, cock-a-doodle-doo. He can sound like an owl, hoo 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 hoo. Mr. Brown can do it. How about you? He can sound like the rain, dibble 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 dop, dibble 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 dop dop dop. He can sound like a clock. He can tick. He can talk. He can sound like a hand on a door, knock knock. Boom boom, Mr. Brown is a wonder. Boom boom boom, Mr. Brown makes thunder. He makes lightning, splat splat splat, and it's very very hard to make a noise like that. Mr. Brown can whisper whisper, very soft, very high, like the soft soft whisper of a butterfly. Maybe you can too. I think you ought to try. Oh, the wonderful sounds Mr. Brown can do. Why don't you try to do them too? Turn the page and let's review. Moo moo, buzz buzz, pop pop, clop, cock-a-doodle-doo, hoo hoo, dibble dibble dop, tick tock, knock knock, boom boom, splat, blast, a whisper whisper. And that is that. How about Dr. Seuss's ABC, an amazing alphabet book? Yeah? Big A, little a, what begins with A? These alligators, A. Are you done with that page? No, not quite. Big B, little b, what begins with B? Barbara baby bubbles and a bumblebee. Big C, little c, what begins with C? Camel on the ceiling. C. Big D, little d. What begins with D? Donuts and a duck dog. D. What, Dad? Big E, little e, what begins with E? Ear, egg, elephant, E. Big F, little f, what begins with F? 4 fluffy feathers on a Pfeiffer Pfeffer Pfeff. Big G, little g, what begins with G? Goat and goo goo goggles, G. Big H, little h, what begins with H? Hungry horse, hen in a hat, H. Big I, little I, what begins with I? Itchy Ichabod, I. Big J, little j, what begins with J? Jerry Jordan's jelly jar, J. Big K, little k, what begins with K? Kangaroo and kite, K. Big L, little l, what begins with L? Lion with a lollipop, L. Big M, little m, what begins with M? Mice in the moonlight, M. Big N, little n, what begins with O? 9 neckties, nightshirt, nose. Big O, little o, what begins with O? Ostrich, oil, orange, owl. O. It's funny, it looks like she's trying to turn the page, but just opens and closes.
fed up with his book.
I think she's fed up with the video.